Welcome to Country Kickback, where you'll hear the latest music from performers you already know and discover new music and artists from around the world. If you have an artist you'd like us to chat with, reach out to the team at countrykickback.com, or you can watch our live videos and more by following us on social media and YouTube. Here is your host, Danny Shaw, with the latest from Country Kickback.
Hello. I hope we're live because my phone just had a moment and then I realized that I hadn't updated the photo in the background. I'm having a really good night. It all started when I had a sip of wine. But thank you for joining us again. We've got the lovely Jade Holland in the room to talk to us right now. And we're gonna skip across to her because we've got lots to talk about. But it's also, I know we just had a birthday, but we've also got another birthday tomorrow, so we're gonna have lots of celebrations tonight. We'll welcome her into the room. Hello.
Hi.
We're there. I'm so sorry. I had the wrong background up. It hadn't changed across when I shouldn't have had that sip of wine. It was bad.
Just one sip, but and we just kind of lose all track of time.
It's all done. Yeah, I actually can't. I'm like, how long's it been since I actually had a glass of wine? It's probably been a fair while. So.
Ooh, well, look, I mean, you deserve it. You deserve it.
That's right. We deserve it. Well, it's December, and we're both December babies, and Christmas. So, it's fruit.
Absolutely, you are getting it. See, look, what is it? Like a grape a day or 100 grapes a day keeps the doctor away.
Exactly. And I know you've got lime.
I've got cucumber in there. So
I do like
being
cucumber
healthy tonight.
Yes, they're very healthy. Yeah, I do. I actually do like cucumber in that. So we've got Kaz in the room. She's saying hi. So
hey, Kaz.
Popping in. Tell us, everybody, where you're watching from. And she said to say happy birthday for tomorrow.
Thank you.
What are you going to do for your birthday?
Well, look, I mean, I am playing a show tomorrow night in Hervey Bay. So I'm going to head into town in the morning and maybe do some retail therapy because I can. And I really feel like shopping up a storm.
Yes.
But I think because my partner's working tomorrow, so I think Mum will probably take me to breakfast.
Yes.
If not, I'll be telling her she'll be taking me to breakfast.
It's happening, Mum. It's happening. We're going to breakfast tomorrow.
That's right. I'm pretty sure though, because I'm seeing her for dinner tonight. She'll be like, "Do you want to do breakfast tomorrow?" Because I have a favorite restaurant here in Maryborough, and I just every time there's a celebration for me, we go there.
What is on the menu? What's the pick?
It is owned by a couple of people from Mexico, and so they do like really amazing like tacos, like Baja tacos. Oh my gosh.
Yum.
Oh my heart. And so I haven't taught you this yet, Danny. Oh my gosh. So I know we'll get into it with the song, but just quickly, I cannot get it out of my head now. There's a bunch of ladies that did the dance for the music video for Oh My Heart, right?
Yes.
And they've created a TikTok dance as well. And at the end, when it sings Oh My Heart, they do like a movement. And now I can't get it out of my head. I find myself doing it. It's like, oh my heart.
Oh, I love that.
So I'm always like,
I was just so impressed when you threw that into the conversation. Then I'm like,
I know. I cannot get it out of my head. And so literally, and I find myself saying, oh my heart or oh my gosh all the time. So I'm like, oh my.
I just can't help it now. We used to do it with my niece and nephew with the heart thing because they could, before they could really say your name, it was always your taps on the heart and being it. So I love that. That was so cool. So I know that we're talking about it now. So let's go into it. Oh my heart. Tell us a little bit about it because the film clip is a whole other story again because that looked amazing. But tell us about writing it and why you've released it before Christmas.
So I actually was catching up with my friend Sinead Burgess, and I've known her, I'm going to show my age now, for like 20 years. We have been friends. We've been playing. I know.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. And so, we've been playing music together. We've been going to competitions together when we were kids. And we've written heaps of music together over the last few years. And she recorded on my Dream Wild album and did all the backing vocals. And she's just a phenomenal person, but she's an insanely talented human being, all in one as well. You know, she's just an all-round beautiful person, and I love her to death. And she called me and said, hey, I'm going to be in Queensland. Do you want to catch up? And I was like, yep, sign me up. I will be there. And so I went and met her at her parents' house, which was really lovely to catch up with her parents. I haven't seen them in like 10 years. So I feel, you know, it was nice to kind of catch up with them because I used to travel around with them a little bit. And so we were having a cheeky gin and tonic. And we were just talking and, you know, talking about music and everything and life. And it was really cute because when I met my partner, it was roughly around the same time that she met Blake, you know, and I think that's really special. And it was just like weird timing that both of us, you know, met each other, you know, met our partners at the same time. And the same with Tori, you know, we've talked about this a fair bit. All three of us, it was like weird timing. And so we were just chatting away about it. And I said, you know what, you know, I think in life we forget those little butterfly moments. You know, it could just be someone opening a cafe door for you, but we just forget to acknowledge those little moments. They're quite a special thing, you know. And you don't know that person from a bar of soap, but it's that little point in time where your heart skips a beat or it flutters and you just go, oh, thanks so much. That's really sweet of you. And I wanted to acknowledge those in a bit of a song. And I'd heard, you know, I said to Sinead, I can't believe I said this. I said, Sinead, I've heard this saying that all the cool young kids are saying, and she was like, okay, how old are we? And I was like, okay, yeah, maybe we're not that old. I'm not sure. And so she said, what is it? And I said, you know, oh, my heart, you know, people say it when it's a cutesy moment, you know. And she was like, I really dig that. So she picked up her guitar and started playing, you know, this like the intro bass riff. And I was like, it's got a vibe, you know. The minute I heard that, I was like, this is a thing. You've got me hooked. And so we just started writing this song, and I think we only wrote it in like 20 minutes, and it was just, we weren't even going to write. We were just meant to be catching up, but it just turned into something, and it was like a cool little ditty. And when we finished it, we went, okay, this is a song. Like, this is a really cool song that we both couldn't get out of our heads. And when I had to tell her, because she said, all right, tell me about Chad, you know, my partner. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. So I was telling her, life doesn't always go to plan. It throws you hilarious curveballs all the time, whether they're good or bad.
Doing that, like just chuck that at them and see what happens.
Here, have a curveball. You want another hurdle? Here
Let's
you go.
Do it.
So that's right. And I think, you know, for me, I try not to take myself too serious because I am the clumsiest, blondest human you'll ever meet, and I'm super awkward sometimes. Yeah, that's
why
right.
We're friends. I had a glass of a mouthful of wine, and I'm there.
Well, I was telling Sinead about my first date with Chad, and we snuck out of lockdown. Don't get me in trouble, but we snuck out of lockdown. It was at the beginning of COVID, way back then. And we snuck out of lockdown, and this is probably a bit of karma for me, but we were sitting on the beach. We were hiding. We weren't supposed to be there. Chad made this amazing picnic. We're sitting under a tree, and a bird crapped on my shoulder.
That's good luck. That's good luck.
Well, that's what they say, right? So that was our first date. And Chad, I was like, my face, I think I was, you know, I was like trying to impress this guy, and he's like, you know, just bird poo dribbling down my shoulder.
That's nothing.
I was bright red. I was like, oh my God. And he goes, hang on a second. He grabbed a napkin and wiped my shoulder off. And I was like, you know, he's a sweetheart, you know. And then we went on our second date. And we're in Noosa. We're out of lockdown at this point, so we're not going to get in trouble anymore. And we're on the beach, and we're eating fish and chips, and a bird crapped on my head, dead center of my head. I am not kidding you. And I had this little trickle of poo running down my forehead. And Chad, just without even blinking, he's laughing so hard. At this point, I'm just thinking, this bird's stalking me. How is this happening? Yeah. And Chad's literally, he's done this. He's gone spat on a napkin, and he's cleaning bird crap from my head. And I was like, I had to tell Sinead this, and she was just like, do you know what? This song needs to be about those little unfortunate events that just happen and you just still meet that person that's going to clean bird crap from your head, and they don't care.
You know what? I thought I had the best bird crap story, but yours beats mine.
Oh my God, what's your bird crap story? We need to exchange these.
I used to be in St John Ambulance, and I did hours and hours and hours of community service, and I used to train the cadets, and then I went to competitions, and I won the national ones, and then got disqualified because I was too young. Because my birthday was too it was crazy, and I won, and I've been, it was just, I'm like, but they're all older than me, and it's not the other way around, but no, so I went to, the Queen came to Australia, and I was actually going to be awarded an award because I'd done the most amount of hours in the Southern Hemisphere, and I'd done all these qualifications, and I'd been to a couple of really big incidents that were really nasty, and I was fine, and just as she was coming down to me, and I was in my black and white uniform, a bird hit shit all down my trousers, my perfectly black pants.
It's the Queen.
You know what? She came up, she didn't talk to other people, but she gave me she shook my hand, and she said, you know, that is good luck. And I was the only one she stopped and talked to. So
oh, bless. I love her.
She didn't clean me.
Oh my goodness.
She could have done that though. She would have had a tissue in her bag.
Just
a little bit of her Go on.
Oh, honestly, we wrote that. We were sitting there laughing so hard because I was trying to impress this guy, and just this bird stalking me. I have literally written it onto like the wedding schedule for next year that my my maid of honor Jess has got to carry around an umbrella.
Yes,
because I think that bird's coming for me.
It'll happen.
I'll just have to make sure Chad's got a hanky and he can spit and clean it off again.
Right. The wedding hanky.
Yeah.
It'll be just as you get to take that wedding photo. It'll just happen just as the camera clicks.
I know. I just can't even. It's so funny. We tell people this, and they just cannot believe that this bird was stalking me. But you know what? We came up with a great song out of hilariousness, and we just had a good time. And I was like, I love this song so much for it because it's just truly. You just cannot take life too seriously. And you just have to remember to stop and remember those little things, like those butterflies are really important.
They are very important. And, I'm kind of sold on the moment that he spat on that hanky and cleaned it off. Like, he was like, I'll just get in there and I'll fix this.
He doesn't even think twice about it. And I was like, you're a keeper.
Yep.
You're a keeper.
That's right.
He doesn't even care that I look like I'm at my worst moment right then and there trying to impress a guy, and I've got bird poo dribbling down my head.
Wow, at that moment it was definitely a keeper, and I'm really surprised that when he asked you to marry him that it didn't happen then, actually.
I know. No, actually, when he asked me to marry him, so it was I don't know how he kept it a secret from me because I'm very nosy and I'm like an FBI agent, right? You cannot bring anything into this house of ours without me knowing. I know where every single thing is in this house. I sound like a control freak. I'm not. I'm the person that puts everything away. So I know, right? Exactly. I'm the woman of the house. I know. Yeah, so when he was proposing to me, he didn't keep the ring at the house because he was smart enough to know that not to do that. He also bought one of those giant bottles. That doesn't look very big, but one of those giant bottles of champagne from the movies, like the 4-liter bottles or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is he kept it in the boat, maybe in the shed.
Maybe. That's perfect.
So I think maybe that's what he did. And so when we were on the boat and, he's proposed and I'm ugly crying, like I ugly cried hardcore. It was not pretty. I really did. I was doing the whole.
He's seen you at your worst. You're fine,
Oh, he truly did. And so he's like, bringing out all these things that he's hidden from me in the house. And I was like, how in the hell did you keep that from me? But he couldn't have picked a better night. So he proposed. We all drank champagne and were merry, and we had an amazing dinner. And then that night there was an eclipse, a blood moon. So we're all looking up at the moon, going, "Oh my goodness!" And because we're in Airlie Beach and we're just We're out from the Nara Inlet. Well, we're in the Nara Inlet, which is like Shark Alley. So you don't swim there, right?
Don't fall over. Don't go over.
Yeah,
And
do not go
isn't there a
overboard.
crocodile at the early beach?
I think there is. Well, but we were out from there, so we were at one of the islands, and so we're at Nara Inlet, where they say, like Chad full blown told everyone when we got there, do not swim here, you will be eaten by a shark, right? So that night we're looking up at the eclipse, we're all mesmerized. Wow, what a magical night! And then our boat is surrounded by dolphins. Now, what does my fiance try to do?
Swims.
He strips down and jumps into the freaking ocean.
Because there are no sharks where the dolphins are, because they know not to.
I know, but my brain was like, what
if it's not a dolphin? What if it's not actually a dolphin? What if it's
I'm having a heart attack. And I've literally, Mum reckons I've never run so fast in all my life. And I've run down and I've hoiked him off, like up over the duck board of the boat, back
this is your
onto the boat.
poo moment.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And he's like, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'm not finished with you yet. We're not married. He's like,
this after the wedding night.
Yeah, come on. Like, we just got engaged. Can you die later on? Not now.
Yeah, at least give us a
week. Yeah. Let me celebrate this for a minute.
That's right. I need you to drive.
Exactly.
Scott has said there's a party in Harvey Bay tomorrow, and happy birthday.
Sure is. Thank you very much. We're at the beach house tomorrow night, and there will be partying.
There will be partying. I wish I lived up there. And Kaz said she's blonde, and it's often called the female Jeffy Lewis. And I know this is again. He said that Chad's a good egg.
He is a good egg. He is. I found that out when he cleaned bird poo off my head.
Yeah, that is perfect. I love that story. A very on my heart moment. I do like that. Yes.
100%. See, oh my heart.
Exactly. Now, did Sinead have a similar story?
No, I think she was just thoroughly entertained by mine and my series of unfortunate events. She was just sitting there listening. Yeah, that's right.
I saw you out when it was locked down, and I haven't forgotten.
That's right.
Do you now look twice if there's a tree?
No. Well, now I guess I'm more comfortable, and I just know that he'll clean it up for me. So.
Yeah, that's true. You don't have to worry about it. It's his problem.
I'm like, whatevs. Where are you at, mate?
Now tell us about the film clip for Oh My Heart.
Oh my goodness. This was so much fun. So there's a local group of ladies here in Maryborough, and they are a Zumba group. So Jessie and Leanne, it's Jessie and Leanne's Zumba group, and they are the sweetest human beings. I had not met them before this music video. I had not met them before we put out this song. So mum goes to Zumba, loves it. I have 2 left feet. I tried to go. I'm horrendous. They're going right, I'm going left. It's really bad, you know. And
backwards.
I look like I'm kickboxing when I'm trying to dance sexy. It just doesn't work for me, right? So
no birds.
That's exactly. And so I went a few times and met the ladies, and they're really lovely, and they're just the most caring group of women, and they're really down to earth, and I just have so much time for them. And so I approached Jessie and I said, this is a long shot, but do you guys think you'd be interested in making a bit of a Zumba / line dance kind of routine for a music video? And she was just so excited, you know. And so Jessie is the star. She's the one with the beautiful red curly hair, and she is just gorgeous, and she's just the sweetest human being I've ever met. And so they were just so excited that I even asked them, and they made this whole routine from scratch. And I went there and I tried to learn it. Still, I sucked. That's fine. They do an amazing job. We actually
just do the bartending.
Yeah, that was. Hey, look, I nailed it. Did you see how clean that bar was in that music video?
I did look at that, and I thought she really polished that quite well.
I did. I polished the hell out of that bar. But not only that, hilariously enough, I did learn part of the dance routine. Jessie and I did some one-on-one sessions. But did you see them in the music video? no, because I was so bad. I was terrible. I was that bad that
That's in
Jay
the
was like,
bloopers reel.
oh
Yeah.
my god, Jay's bloopers reel. I'm scared to see it. I reckon I almost fell on my face like 3 times and I was just walking. You know, like it's truly, my gosh, I cannot believe it. But Jay, it was so much fun working with Jay. We've been trying to do a music video together since pre-COVID, and then COVID came along and I had a song to release, and we just, obviously he was in New South Wales, I'm in Queensland, couldn't do it. And then finally I said, hey, are you keen to do this? And he's like, man, I'll be there. And we just had so much fun. It was probably the busiest music video I think I've ever done. I think we had about 35 people on set. So that was a little bit next level, but it was so much fun. And I just, you know what? No one in there had music video experience, which I think really shines. And I love that the most, because it wasn't people preparing for a camera. It was all natural.
No expectations, and just let's just go with the flow. Yeah, that's perfect.
So,
oh my gosh,
we had a ball. And my nan got to come in and hang out. You know, she sits in the background and she's watching and taking photos on her iPad, and then she'll click I remember watching her. She clicked the button, and you're obviously waiting for a flash, and she'll move the iPad down before the flash goes off. So there's like 68 photos of the ground.
Of the ground.
I'm like, oh, bless.
Don't worry, we've got some on my phone. You can have,
we'll share. Yeah.
The thoughts there. I do hate that moment, because I do that every time. I'm like, has it taken yet? Oh, no, clearly it hadn't. Yeah,
that's right. And I feel like waiting for the flash gets longer and longer and longer anyway. And I was just like, it's all good, Nan. Don't worry. Jay's the professional here. He's got it.
His flash is going off constantly. He's fine.
Mm-hmm. He had it down pat.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That would have been so much fun. So what have you got left for the end of the year? Have you finished gigs, or after, what are you going to do? Have you got time off?
I'm not finished yet. No. Do you know what? I know that we released this song towards the end of the year, but I just said to my manager, do you know what? I want to work. I want to work. I want to tour. I want to play. I had about 8 weeks off between the last tour and this one, and I just want to be on the road. I just truly do. So I'm playing obviously tomorrow at the Beach House in Hervey Bay, and then next weekend I'm playing at Twin Towns. So that's just north New South Wales. So
are you flying down or driving?
No, I'll drive down. It's only 5 hours from me, so it's not far. But do you know what? I'm doing that because, you know, it's Christmas Eve, and not everyone has a place to go on Christmas Eve.
Exactly.
And I just think, do you know what? Just come and hang out with me. Just come and hang. I'll be there. I'll have a beer with ya. You know, you know, I just want to see everyone have a good time. So, you know, I'm really excited to be playing on Christmas Eve. You know, like I was thinking, it would be nice to be home with my parents and my family, but also
that could be with them any day.
Yep, that's exactly right. I'm going to see them on Christmas Day, and I just really wanted to, you know, just not everyone gets to celebrate Christmas or Christmas Eve with somebody, so just come and hang out with me and celebrate it with me.
Have some fun and good food and drinks, and
100%. It's going to be a vibe. Yeah, absolutely. There's a big
and
dance
I'm sure
floor
you
there.
get to hear "On My Heart." You probably get to hear.
You will. I might even teach some. Some dance moves.
The ones that you can
I'm
do.
failing. Yeah, those are the ones I'm allowed to do.
Yeah, the rest are banned. Yeah,
those are Jade approved dance moves. Yeah,
and that's going to be for the rest of the singles ever. The same move.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly right. So yeah, and then I've got a New Year's Eve gig here in Maryborough at the Maryborough Sports Club, and and then I've got a little bit of time off.
He got in before you even mentioned that, and he'd finished typing. He's on to it. Look at him go.
It's going to be awesome.
Yes, New Year's Eve gig is lots of fun. That's my birthday, and I have no idea what I'm doing this year, but I'm sure I'll be doing
something. And New Year's Eve, baby, that is amazing, Danny. I feel like you get the best celebrations, like
parties.
Your fireworks, the hottest parties
I know.
around.
Have you seen what Sydney does for my birthday? They just celebrate so well.
That's
Like, it's
incredible.
pretty
I'm
impressive.
jealous.
I tell them they don't have to, but they still do it.
Do you know what though? Please tell me that everyone buys you 2 presents at Christmas. They do
yes,
not.
Mostly. There are the odd few that
Uh-huh.
occasionally they're like, yeah, that's not okay.
No,
I
it's not
met a friend
okay.
last year though that his birthday was Christmas Day, and I'm like, oh, what do they do when they ring you? Do they say Merry Christmas or Happy Birthday? I would want Happy Birthday before Merry Christmas. If I was me.
100%.
Yeah. And he's
Absolutely.
like, people don't usually mention it. I'm like, no, that's what happens because everyone gets busy and they forget. Yeah, no, I would want Happy Birthday. Oh, and Merry Christmas. So,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yes.
I think I remember my nan, mum said to my nan and pop years and years ago, Jade, if you're getting Jade a present for her birthday, it has to be separate to the Christmas. There has to be a birthday and a Christmas present because it's only 9 days from tomorrow to Christmas, right?
You've got to go all year to the next birthday.
Absolutely. You've got plenty of time to plan for this.
Yeah,
it's not as if I've given you no notice. And so they bought one year they bought me a pair of shoes and they split them up.
That's perfect.
I was like,
pair of socks, one for each day.
I can't be mad. It's two separate presents.
Yes. And you do get that. And they're like, oh, but you get a better present. Well, you do, but it's not the same as 2 presents.
No, that's right.
Wasn't there a song? Who did a Christmas song on it? There was somebody that did a Christmas song. Was it Adam Brand, maybe? Who did a Christmas song? And there was a song on it that was talking about my birthday comes at Christmas. That's what the song was. There you go. How good is that?
I'm going to have to listen to that.
Yeah. And I remember thinking, yeah, that's exactly what happens. People forget.
Yeah, that's 100% it.
I usually get Happy New Year, and I'm like, and
what do
you think when you get that
waiting,
and what else?
Yeah.
What have you
I've
forgotten?
got all night, mate. I'm waiting.
Well, the ones that send 2 minutes to midnight, oh, happy birthday. I'm like, yeah, that. Well, it's too late.
Oh, yeah. I think you've missed the boat there. You've had all day.
Yeah. Exactly right. But no, I think it's good. At least we get to do something because some years I'm really torn because I want to have a party or do something, and then some friends are going that way, some are going that way. You're like, well,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Do you know what? That's the pre-planning. Yeah, I do have the same thing. And do you know what? Actually, since I've known Chad, he is phenomenal at surprises. Now I suck at surprises. Okay, he is great at them. So I love that because he just said to me like 2 weeks ago, he said, for your birthday, do you want to organize something or you want me to organize something? And I was like, oh, hell no, you organize it. Yes. I'm just going to sit back and relax. I'm just going to wait till tomorrow rolls around.
Yes, exactly.
And as well, I think it's kind of nice for me that way because my friends are all over the shop. I got friends in New South Wales. Yes, exactly. My family is in New South Wales. My friends are in Townsville up in North Queensland. So it's just hard. You know, as well. I mean, what do I turn this thing?
At this time of year.
Yeah. It is hard. So I think for like milestone birthdays, I'll probably have them in like September.
Yes.
Something
like your 25th.
Yeah.
That was 25. You'll have one. Yeah. That's
yeah.
Yeah. So, I agree. Milestone birthdays definitely, but yeah, I know.
Did you say for my 25th?
5th, yeah.
I love you so much.
Yeah, I know. For my 30th, we did do a special. We went camping at the river, and my friend, she made me a Slim Dusty guitar because I've got a Slim Dusty guitar here that my dad got when I was born, and it was signed and painted.
Oh,
so she made that. She replicated that. I don't know how she did it because she'd seen it like once in all our lives because it doesn't come out very often. Be really careful with that. Be really careful. Don't actually strum it. No.
yeah.
It's not made to play.
Touch. Yeah.
Those strings are still the same strings. They don't work anymore.
Oh my goodness. That's so amazing.
They're very old strings. They're like 37 years old almost. Nearly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't actually try and tune
Don't touch.
I've got new strings for it. They're never going to be used.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's
so she
incredible.
made that in a cake, and then we went out to the farm and we went camping. And I'll never forget. I was in she did it. They took a tent for me, and I actually put a blow up bed in there just because it was my birthday, and I didn't want to. So it's my birthday. I'm not going to rough it in a swag. So I was in the tent alone, and I heard this massive big crash. and a massive big limb came out of the tree that was big enough to be a tree on its own, and it just missed everybody. Like after midnight, we bought. I've got this silly thing when it comes midnight. If you're still awake, because sometimes I'm not, you have to bring it in doing something silly, something that you wouldn't do. So at the river and it's summer, you could go skinny dipping, or you could go. One year I bought it in on the G-Wiz at one of the events, and this year we decided to bring it in doing the Nutbush.
Yep.
We're not very good at it, but we did it, and we were standing by the end of it, and that was the most impressive part. But
good job.
That year, just after we were like, it's midnight now, and we've done the dance. We go to bed. We've lost our. I reckon she's lost.
Oh my goodness!
It went dark. Was it your phone battery?
I know. I'm so sorry. No, I think I had an alarm go off, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on here?
We're too good at talking.
No, if it's not you, it's me.
We're so good at this. Birthdays in December. It's something to do with our birthdays. It's got to be.
Yeah, that's it.
Kaz has popped a comment, and she said, "My cousin's birthday is Christmas Day, and we've always had enough." Yeah, that's exactly right. Happy birthday before Merry Christmas. I think it's important for those people. Where does your cousin live, Kaz?
Absolutely.
I've actually got a few people now that I've heard of that's Christmas Day. And what were the parents thinking? They didn't time that very well.
Yeah, that's right.
Really?
How dare you?
Yes, exactly. What were you thinking? It's like parents that time their babies to come in Tamworth. That's not okay.
Oh my goodness.
What happens if you're having a baby?
Yeah, that's hard.
Do you go, you're just going to have to wait? Or like,
pretty much welcome to the Tamworth Hospital.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and stay there till it's over, and I'll come and get you.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Their cousin lives in Sydney, so there's a few of us. There's a few around, a few December babies that need to be remembered in Christmas time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. My mum's birthday's on Sunday, so we're all December babies.
Oh, that's amazing.
Kaz's birthday's always in Tamworth. What date's yours, Kaz? Let us know. And Jade, what are you doing?
But that's a pretty cool party.
That is actually
no,
a pretty cool party.
Unfortunately, I'm not. No. Well, when we were booking the Oh My Heart tour, we got a few opportunities that we just couldn't pass up, and I'm going to miss Tamworth this year. I am going to try and get there and just visit everyone, but I'm not going to be playing. I'm just going to be visiting because I need to,
We can do a chat.
Absolutely.
Kaz will be 60 in January. What date? Oh my gosh. I feel like we're going to come to you.
That's one hell of a party.
If you get there, we have to take a 60th birthday. We have to come. That sounds fun. 60th birthday in Tamworth. My cat has just decided to scratch at the door next to me. I'm sorry. She does this every now and again.
I'm actually waiting for my dog to jump on my lap, to be honest.
That would terrify this cat and it'd stop her from scratching. Off topic, but tell us what you did.
Oh, Watson. Well, I really love Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Watson. And funnily enough, Chad and I had been going through all these names and we couldn't figure it out. And then when we went and looked at him, because it was a friend of a friend who was selling, little English staffy puppies, and we got there and his name was Chonka originally because he was a little chunky nugget. Yeah. Chonka. And Chad's looking at him, and we're literally in front of this family with a bunch of children and stuff like that. And then they've got these puppies for sale, and Chonka's starting to walk across the paddock, and what Chad just goes, "Watson!"
I don't remember your name.
His voice in front of all these people. And I was like, what are you doing? And he goes, well, if you're going to name a dog, you've got to be able to yell that name and know that it's going to work. And he turned around.
Oh, it happened.
The puppy turned around. And I was like, oh, damn, he's a Watson.
It's there. And he's right. You have to scream it.
You do. You've got to trial it out. Imagine if it was a name that didn't work when you scream it out. So, he's just yelling Watson across someone else's paddock.
Yes, that's great.
I was like,
how old is Watson now?
He's a year and a half old. He's a very special dog. It sounds funny to say, but I think he's got OCD.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing in dogs. I think he's got
Well, I know
OCD.
Down
If
syndrome's a
anything,
thing, so it might well be.
really?
Yep. We had a girl that I used to work with, and her dog had Down syndrome, which I'd never heard of. But then when she shows photos and she sort of saw the things, I thought, you know what? I can sort of see that. So yes, they don't.
Well, you've just blown my mind.
I know, it did
wow,
me
I'm going
too,
to
but
need
I've had
to
a few years
research
to process.
this.
I know. I've had a few years to process it, but you could see it was just a bit different, and it was beautiful. Lovely dog. We loved it.
Oh my gosh. Well, look, I mean, I don't know. He's just very different. He's got a lot of sensory issues, we've noticed. So, like loud noises, he doesn't tolerate. Like, he won't run and hide. He will bark at them. So, like, we've had the pool guy here fixing the pool for a little while, and he had a jackhammer out there the other day, and Watson's like, and I was like,
thank you.
what are you doing, you loser? So I just bring him inside. But if something falls off the clothesline, he will bark at it until you move it because it's not supposed to be there.
It's not supposed to be there, and that's the end of the world right now. Yes.
Honestly, it truly is. He is telling you, mate, you have screwed up. Pick up that sock off the ground. It's not meant to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a special dog.
Dog with that.
Oh, wow. That's so cute.
That is so cute. I love animals. I don't know why I did nursing, because I always wanted to be a vet, and I would much prefer to deal with animals than people, except for the one that's scratching at the door right now. They look at you.
Yeah.
I don't know what she does. I sometimes wonder if there's a mouse in there, but I've cleaned it out. There's nothing in there. She's just
here
talking.
She just wants your attention.
Yeah.
Love
and
me.
Well, yeah, but she doesn't. She's actually pulling all the hair out because she's so stressed at the moment. She's terrified of everything frightens her, and she's a Devon Rex, so she hasn't got much hair to start with, a little bit of curl, and there's no underlayer. And she's actually pulled it out. She's actually got a line around her body now where she's pulled it out. And I thought, oh, maybe she's molting.
Oh my goodness!
I thought actually pulling it, and I'm like, oh no. So I've got a vet coming to see her before Christmas. She said she's going to fit us in because she needs something to calm herself down. It's not good.
Yeah.
She's so scared.
Oh, poor thing.
Beautiful.
The wolf was classic.
Oh, that's so cute.
The wolf was classic.
I miss my dogs, and Jade's alarm just went off. Did it go again?
No, I was like, I'm thinking.
Just turned it off.
I didn't realize I hit snooze. You know when it's just the buttons are too close together and you just go, oh God, you panic mode. You're like, oh.
And when you,
like, I hit snooze.
When you bump it by accident, but you've actually got up and it goes off again, you get really crabby at it. Like, I'm up. What's wrong?
Yeah. Yeah, why?
Why are you doing this? Now, I know that we've gone over half an hour, and I'm so sorry. But tell us again where we can find On the Heart and where we can see you between now and the new year. But tomorrow night.
So, Oh My Heart can be found. It's on my website on Spotify. My website is jadeholland.com. It's on Spotify if you look up Jade Holland. And I've got all my socials.
I think I've got that. Hang on. Let's see.
Ooh.
No, yeah, I don't. I think I do.
And you know, feel free to learn the dance moves that Jade approved.
Yes. Do the dance moves. We want videos of you doing the dance moves. That's what we want. Videos of you doing it.
I will try and find some from behind the scenes. There was a couple, and I was like, I laughed so hard because obviously I've tried so hard to learn the moves. And Jessie just breezes through it. She's just so graceful, you know. And here's Jade, and I'm like a robot. I'm like, why am I so? No. Oh, it's just. I'm meant to sing music, not dance to it.
Yes, no, that makes sense. I'm meant to enjoy music and not dance. That's bad. Dancing is not a good idea. Not if you don't want it. Not if you want to. Yeah. If you want to feel your toes again the next day, don't come near me.
That's true. I do believe though, if I have like 2 or 3 or 10 beers, I can dance like Beyonce.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm pretty sure I can do that too. And like, you know, it just makes you better. Definitely.
Yeah, that's right.
Like you think you're being really cool and you don't fall over much. And yeah.
Yeah, much.
Yeah, much. Yeah.
How good.
No one can come near me. Yeah. I'm just not very coordinated in general. There's loads of Danny stories.
Yeah, that's right.
You and I could sit down and compare stories for a week and we'd still
Yeah,
be
yeah.
laughing.
Hey,
I
look, when I
think
come to
you're
catch up
both
in Tamworth,
good
we can do that.
Yes, we can. We definitely can. And Kaz, we'll have to catch up with you for your 60th birthday. That's going to be exciting. What day is it in Tamworth this year? What date? Tell us so we know. We can look out for you. How exciting. 60th in Tamworth. Now I wish I was a Tamworth
I
baby.
know.
But how
Absolutely.
awful.
That is the best way to celebrate. Imagine you can go and see all your favorite artists all in one location.
Yeah.
Epic.
My sister's birthday's in August. It's always the Gympie Muster weekend. And she's never been. And I could never understand when I'd go to the Gympie Muster. Why didn't you? It's your birthday. And I'm drinking the muster over you, so you may as well come. But that would be the best weekend as well. Have you every year?
That would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
She's not the smartest.
Yeah.
I got the brains and the looks, but
Love it.
Thank you so much for joining us, Jade, and thank you everybody for tuning in. We have got some more shows between now and Christmas. It's not finished yet. We'll try and get a few more dates up on the page where you can see. We've even got some of our Tamworth shows coming up that you can click on to remind you already. So I think I'm nearly booked into February now. I think I'm sort of starting on the March bookings already. So the year's just kind of already flashing before us. But yes. But tonight, when you finish here, go back through the comments and make sure you have a look at Oh My Heart. There's the film clip in the comments and also Spotify, YouTube, all of those. So make sure you have a look and tell us what you think. Thank you so much, Jade. We'll see you all very soon.
Thank you so much, Danny. Great to see you.
See you soon, guys.
Bye. See ya.